so I can disconnect it and test everything across. That's our issue.
You are now watching the 2023 season of Farming with Duffy Ag.
Welcome back to the channel. So it's been a great Sunday morning. Oh, it's halfway through the day now. Got a ton of little stuff done for myself. I did get some things for the calves. They've been grazing like anything. We haven't worked on the 2755. Somebody's brought that up. That's on my list. Packages have shown up and everything else like that from different people, and yeah, all sorts of stuff. So we're gonna do a little short thing, probably look at some corn, mess around with the 27. I did round up my driveway. I round up in front of the barn, or shop around the barn, fence lines, all that stuff's dying. So we're gonna look good going into this because well, it rained earlier. We were supposed to be trucking today. Probably rained here for 10 minutes. But where they were mowing, yeah, we got just under 1/10 of an inch. That's actually getting dirty because it hasn't rained a whole inch in a day. Look at the lettuce growing, tomatoes. Yeah, did just pick that. Carrots. Got to do some weeding over there. But we were supposed to be chopping today. They got hammered, so the grass has dropped. Weather like this, not only is corn growing, honestly, it's only like 75, 80, 75 to 78 probably. We need more heat for the corn, but I did go up and look at all the ground north of me, and it's kicking along. There's some spots that are difficult, but overall very happy. So with that being said, as far as corn, Master's Choice sent me the signs for the 2 test plots. We got stickers for one. They must have misplaced the other stickers, so we'll just write on the sign. I only got 1 T-post, so I got to do a little thinking on that. Could run to town and get another one, but yeah, let's dive after it. See if the 27 wants to start. Otherwise, we got a booster jump packet, but I want to figure that out because yeah, it's getting to be a pain. Nope, see? Okay, maybe we'll mess with that first. Take the nut and washer off the cover there. So there's one of our T-posts and our soil probe, which we have to do that. Bring those soil samples in. Then come over here and we'll take the other nut off. Okay. Got the hood off, got the panels out. Probably should blow out the oil cooler. Yeah. What else do we got to do here? So I did realize one thing. Well, I knew the valve cover gasket's leaking, which sitting around not getting used very much. So we do have to take that valve cover off at some point. Turbo in there. I do see that the coolant sensor that's in the back of the block there is not hooked up. No wonder it's never read anything. So that makes sense. Slowly learning on these things, on this, what exactly we got going on. But now that the hood is off, we can put the gauge set on and see what the coolant's doing after. But what we got to figure out is why it's not actually charging. After some messing around, the alternator's bad. A bunch of people said, oh, it's the wire that goes underneath, that's why your battery light's not working. The alternator itself is not putting out anything. So I can disconnect it and test everything across. That's our issue. So, which is good, because I know those boards can be real funky if they get corroded or bad and everything else like that. So at least we know we got to pull that alternator. I'll probably get it. Well, I got to see. We got to get an alternator. Should probably get the valve cover gasket too. Now we'll mess with the AC. Okay, so we got to get the AC connector adapter pieces to go actually on this, which, as you see, there's the port. They're not quick connect styles, so that ain't gonna work. We got to get the actual hookups. I also think the relay up here might have an issue with it, so we'll grab a new relay for it. So this needs valve cover gaskets, an alternator, and get the AC going. Had a little brain fart there. Those are our 12 hookups. That's why they're like that. So we can test it, see if there's anything in it, and then we'll go forward from there if we're gonna switch from R12 to R134. Or I do have some friends with some R12 still. And R12 is probably a better product. It's just everybody freaks out about it being in the ozone and everything. But, alrighty, I'm sitting here, I'm like, now I know. Okay, I did jump it across to just see if we can get it to work. So right now, it is not telling it to turn on. Which we gotta, but I just jumped it onto the compressor, so the compressor is running. My theory, it's low on coolant, so the safety switch is telling it not to turn on, because I could put my hand on both sides and we didn't have hot or cold as far as the lines, which is a good indicator that nothing is moving inside of it. But without putting gauges on, we don't know. So, alrighty, figured we give up on that project. I don't know why I didn't film any more of it. And we'll go dive up, look at the corn plot, get those signs up for Master's Choice. Appreciate all of them guys making it happen. We got the 2 signs for Master's Choice we got to throw up. But Seedway corn's kicking along. The channel is kicking along. Things are looking really, really good in the plots. Like, really good. Double ears. Not everything's tasseled yet, but it's working. It is working, so I'm pretty excited for that. And to really see what we got for different varieties when it comes to harvest. So with the Master's Choice, it's silage corn, silage specific corn. Most of these are dual purposes. It could be, look at that. If only every plant built 4 ears. Granted, it's out by itself, it's got no competition, but that is, this corn's doing pretty good. So alrighty, I'll throw those signs up. Prior to harvest, we are gonna send in for analysis, and they did offer for Master's Choice from the actual company there. They did offer, if they said, if you want to do all your varieties and send them in so you get a forage analysis, I said might as well, and then we got an idea compared side by side how everything is. So you can't, like, look at the stalks. We're doing good. We just need some more days like this. It's not warm enough, but it's warmer. Yep. So that's it for signs on the plot. Got them all in. Looking good. We did leave this pathway down and around. I might want to come back in and spray this with some Roundup just to keep it cleaned up, but that gives you an idea as far as the consistency, being able to really pull the plot out from everywhere else. So it goes down, cuts back around. This is all channel, and it's looking good. It really is looking good. We just need some heat. If we get some heat, we got plenty of moisture in the ground, we'll be good. So keep in mind, this is grain corn. We're not doing it for silage, so it does have to dry down, but at the same rate, I'm very content. So alrighty, I'm gonna back the tractor out of the way, probably take a picture, compare, and I'll drop the picture below, because I think a month ago, I took the picture and everything was like a foot tall. So we've grown. Well, you guys will see the picture. I'll drop them right here. What are you doing, bud? Beautiful Sunday. Like gorgeous Sunday, actually. So I'm gonna pull the alternator off this. It's parked well out of the way of that door, so we'll get the alternator. Hopefully that fixes our charging. I've checked everything else. I think it's just a bad alternator. Calves are up there. I'd really like to, well, they got new ear tags. Well, 2 of them got ear tags. One of them's got a new one in the box. And then 2 of them, they gotta lose their manhood for what we're doing. Hi, Norman. I see you watching me. So they're grazing up. They've been really, really good. But I might pull this. That might be a later thing because the sun's setting. But now that they're headlock trained, we should be a lot better. So forgot to leave the bucket up in the air, but we got to pull this guard off. And then 1, 2, so 3 screw, 2 bolts hold the guard, 1 bolt on the alternator on the top for the pivot, probably 1 on the bottom, 2 wires, comes right out. Okay, so we got to get this guard off. Took the bolts out, a little wiggle waggle. Usually helps if you got 2 hands, but no, holding you guys. So that's so you don't stick your finger in places it shouldn't be. That coupler looks real good. From here, loosen the top. We got 2 that holds the tension. We might need a new belt too, because that's gonna be the pain. That's the one that you loosen down there, spin, pop that coupler, or actually when you spin it you can put it through. So we'll take a picture of that belt, see how it's stretched all the way out. Yeah, but we'll get that alternator off, top and bottom. Okay, so everything's out. There we go. Clean it up some. Yeah, hell of a night. You guys missed the sunset. I didn't take a picture of it, but it was a good one. So I'll clean that up, and I don't know, the calves are content, so probably not mess with them right now. We'll open the box up, see what we got for ear tags. But clean my mess up. Tomorrow we are chopping. Where are we chopping? At Nares. So maybe I'll have to see. Maybe if we got time, I'll run down to Napa there and Palatine Bridge and see if they can hook this up. It's nothing special. Honestly, it's nothing crazy. But alrighty. Appreciate you guys watching along, liking, subscribing, being part of the channel. Slowly tinkering on some of our own stuff at the same rate. Stuff like that costs me money. And when I have very little income coming in till we get some corn off, that's why we're tinkering on things. Calves are actually coming back down, I think. But we got some tinkering to do on that. This is actually in a pretty good spot other than that seal. We got to switch that seal out. I just remember that. But I want this in a good place, especially going into fall, because it's just a handy tractor. That's in a good place. We need to order a few pieces of hardware, and 75's actually been great, so we haven't run it. This winter we're going to do a bunch of updates on that planter, but that's this winter. We're going to do some closing, some precision stuff as far as monitoring side of it, and we got to put those marker arms on. But otherwise, tinkering along and driving truck. That's really where we're at. I'm excited to make it to half century of progress, and yeah, I'm excited to well, I'll be happy when we start rolling into harvest and things start, you start getting paid for all the money you put in. So you hope you get paid. We just need to get to harvest. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.